So we've both chatted a little bit about what succeeding while failing and everything looks like. And what it made me realize is there are so many areas of my life that I felt like if I didn't get all the areas of my life right at the same time, that I was a failure.
Yeah.
And
I've
so
never had that.
So there was only that choice. So that if I, as a facilitator maybe, that if I didn't have all areas of my life like airtight, locked down, totally perfect, better than everybody else, then I don't have any.
Fit to be a facilitator was where I went with it.
Then I don't have anything to offer.
Yeah.
Or if I, how many times we hear so many stories. I don't happen to be a mom, but I hear so many stories from moms about even competition about what goes into kids' lunch boxes.
Yeah, wow.
And so, you're trying to care for your kids and you're trying to work and you're trying to and somehow, even though you're succeeding at like giving your kid food and sustaining them and letting them grow into amazing people, you become a failure just because you didn't put avocado spaceships in your kid's lunchbox, right? Like you didn't do all the things. And so that it seems like more and more you can go to extraordinary lengths in all areas of your life, and someone is still doing it better, bigger, better, freer, more accessible, more vulnerable, more happy, more. And so, you probably will never get to the place where you feel like you're succeeding, like other people look like they're succeeding.
It becomes a choice. Like that for me, one of the things I did on Facebook at one point was I started unfollowing people that I was kind of following obsessively to compare myself against. So I would just unfollow them because I was like, it's not creating for me, right? Like it's not. I'm using this to just. I'm abusing myself with this person. And so I did that for a while, and I stopped. And it was interesting to look at what happened to my business world or my idea world, because it really did make me go into my universe and go, whatever that is, and like, what do I really want to create here? So for me, that was required. But yeah, I spent my whole life, you don't know this, so when I was growing up, I went to Montessori school, which meant that we could roam around the classroom and like pick our exercises, right? And I would spend the first half of the morning watching everybody else, and then I would go pick my thing. So there is something that's right about that, probably more than one thing. But I was doing that as I got older to try to decide how I could fit, how I could win, how I could benefit, all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Y'all are cut off. I'm cut off. Like comparing myself and destroying myself with that. Like, how do I want to show up today? It was really helpful.
And so I would go play my own game. I would go make up my own game and listen to what everybody was doing, but also still play my own game, which was also, I got some skills out of that, and I didn't get other skills out of that. It took me a long time to get the socializing thing down. I was much happier, kind of off on my own. And then I would also, long story. But looking at this whole thing of succeeding while failing at everything, if you don't have the pressure of winning, if that's no longer what you're actually attempting to do in your life, and you really start looking at, well, what would I like to create with sex? What would I like to create with relationships? What would I like to create with purpose? Are these things that are actually the way that I'm choosing to live right now? Is it working for me? Would I be willing to fail in other people's lives if it actually meant that I got to choose for me and have the kind of success that creates the life I'd truly like to have? Because for some people, traveling all the time is the best life to have. So if you're not traveling all the time, you fail in their world, right? If people like to stay home and you have to travel for work all the time, they're like, oh, poor you. In their world, you're failing. So in somebody's world, it doesn't matter what, if you're dating 5 people, some people are like, holy crap, you're dating 5 people? Success. Other people are like, what's the matter? You can't keep one person, right? You'll never get it right, but you can get it right for you. And what if that What if you could have more of that in every area of your life?
Amen.
Amen.
Preach!